Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to Getting Started with CartHook Post-Purchase Offers. We are a new app that lets you create post-purchase offers native to the Shopify checkout. I'm Lucy. I'm the Director of Communications and Marketing here at CartHook. I am joined by Katie Hughes-Olson, our Senior Customer Success Manager, and Chelsea Hoffman, our Product Manager. We are so happy you're here. We want to show you how our app works, and most importantly, show you how easy it is to get started creating your first post-purchase offer funnels. So before we get going, we have a quick little poll. If you have a minute to answer these questions, we would be so grateful. Feel free to pop in and do that. Another quick housekeeping item, there's a chat zone. As we're going through this live demo, feel free to add any questions you want into the chat. Once the live demo is over, we'll return to the questions. We'll answer all of them. So feel free to just put them in there now or when we're done with the demo. So without further ado, I am going to turn things over to Katie and we'll get rolling.
Thank you, Lucy. Hi, everyone. As Lucy mentioned, I'm Katie Hughes-Olson. I'm our Senior Customer Success Manager here at CartHook. And we're just so excited to chat with you all today. I work with a lot of our merchants through the onboarding process, so just really looking forward to doing a quick demo of how our post-purchase offers app works. And thank you everyone for filling out the poll. I see some questions popping in, and it definitely looks like we have a mix of folks who are currently in the 14-day trial. We have some folks that already have multiple funnels published, and then a few folks that are just kind of here to learn. So I think this will be really helpful for everyone. I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of how to set up a funnel, but then we're also going to talk about some best practices. And as Lucy mentioned, definitely feel free to use that chat function, and we'll make sure to get to all of your questions at the end. All right, so before I pop into our admin to show you how to set up a funnel, I did want to provide just a little bit of context of what a post-purchase offer is. I do get a lot of questions about, what is a post-purchase offer? And, there are a lot of different apps out there that do different types of offers, and a lot of just places within your checkout funnel where you can add offers. So what makes CartHook unique is that we come in specifically on the post-purchase side. So we give you the opportunity to add up to 2 post-purchase offer pages between the Shopify checkout page and the thank you page. And we find that this is a really nice sweet spot to show your customers an offer. You're kind of hitting them right after they've completed their checkout, so they're really excited. And it's just one more opportunity to increase your AOV and boost, just unlock some new added revenue. We see really high conversion rates on these pages, anywhere from 10 to 20% on average. So it's just a really easy strategy to add, to your tech stack. We also find that it's, doesn't clutter up that initial checkout purchase. So you're not putting your checkout conversion rates at risk by showing kind of too many offers before the customer actually checks out. And a couple of just kind of key features of what makes CartHook unique is that we work directly with the native Shopify checkout. So some of you may be familiar with our legacy checkout product, which actually replaced the native Shopify checkout and also gave you the ability to incorporate post-purchase offers. With our new Shopify partnership, we're directly built in with the Shopify checkout. So there's no more need to change anything with your checkout or your payment processor. And the other good news is that it just makes the setup process really quick and seamless, so you can create your offers really fast. With our Shopify integration, you'll still see those true one-click post-purchase add-ons. So there's no need for your customers to re-enter payment or shipping info. And we also have a really easy to use drag and drop editor, so you can create your offer pages really quick and easily without needing to bring on a developer to build out your pages. And with our Shopify integration as well, we'll actually pull over a lot of your design elements that you've already set within your Shopify theme. So everything feels really seamless with the rest of your checkout funnel. And I'll show you the display criteria in more depth in a minute, but we have a lot of different options for how you set up your offers just to make sure that your customers are seeing the offer you want them to see and that it fits in really well with their initial checkout purchase. And just a little bit more context on, why CartHook. As I mentioned, we've been in the Shopify ecosystem for a long time with our checkout product. Now our new post-purchase offers app, we've processed more post-purchase revenue than any other Shopify app out there. And we love sharing our experience and best practices with merchants to make sure that you're really successful. So always feel free to reach out if you even want more personalized recommendations or tips on how to optimize your funnels. We're also really excited to be a Shopify staff pick. We're so thrilled about our partnership with Shopify. It's the first time that Shopify merchants have been able to seamlessly add post-purchase offers after the Shopify checkout event. So just, really excited about that. And then we also have a really hands-on customer support team. We really pride ourselves on providing you with quick support, getting you answers quickly. We do have live chat within our app. And, it's a great opportunity to ask, questions and get support really quickly. All right, so I'm now going to actually pop directly into the app so I can just set up a funnel and show you how quick and easy it is to set up. And so we do have a 14-day free trial. So I know some of you mentioned that you're already in the trial or already set up, and some of you are brand new. So we definitely recommend, if you haven't already, to sign up for our free trial. It's just a really easy way to test CartHook on your store completely risk-free. And then once you sign up for your free trial, you'll find us in the app section of your Shopify admin. So really easy to find us. And then you'll be taken to this main funnels page. So we call your post-purchase offers funnels. So you can create an unlimited number of these post-purchase funnels. And you can also set and manage your priority of your funnels here. So if you have a lot of different funnels set up, you can kind of manage which funnels your customers see, maybe if they have many items in their cart that meet different funnel display criteria. So it's really easy to manage that funnel priority here. And I also get a lot of questions from new merchants of kind of how many funnels should I set up or where to start. And I typically recommend maybe just starting with 1 or 2 funnels, maybe, focus on if you have a best-selling hero product in your store, that's a really great place to start. And then from there, you can add on additional funnels if you want. I've seen, a lot of different strategies here. Some merchants like to set up different funnels for every product in their store, or even different product categories. And then I've also seen merchants just set up one funnel that maybe is featuring a really amazing accessory product or maybe a new product launch, and just kind of keep it really simple. And both can be very successful. All right, so I'm just going to create a brand new funnel. And this is in one of our test stores called Canopy. We, in this test store, sell plants. And so kind of plants are our hero product. And as you can see here, this funnel is currently inactive. So nothing will trigger for your customers until you decide to set that funnel active. I'm just going to quickly change the funnel name. And so as I mentioned, our hero product in this store is plants, but we also have an accessory product called plant food. So it's kind of a great accessory product. It makes sense for a lot of purchases in this store. It's not a super high cost item, so it's a really easy add-on. And so once you create your first funnel, this is where you'll manage your display criteria. And there's a few different options here for how you decide, when and how offers trigger. Probably the most popular is using this when cart, contains or does not contain certain products. You can also tie this to the variant level, which can make sense. Maybe you have a product that has different flavors or different colors, and you want to trigger offers based on variants. In this case, I'm going to set up a really simple funnel for this store. And it says when the cart does not contain plant food, that's when I want to show plant food. So that's a really easy way to set it up. And as you can see here, you can limit it to variants if you want. I'm not going to do that for this funnel though. A couple other options that you can use is the when order value is or when product count is. If you want to create maybe a really general funnel, these can be really nice options. I've seen beauty stores, for example, that maybe have trial sizes of a new product, and they want to show that to every, customer. So that order value, if the order is greater than or equal to $1, that's a great way to set up a really general funnel. All right, so I'm going to keep this one simple. When the cart does not contain plant food, I want to show plant food. So I'm now going to create my offer. And you can add up to 2 post-purchase offer pages between the Shopify checkout page and the thank you page. And in this case, I am going to limit the offer to a variant. This is a cool feature. Say for example, in this theoretical example, I'm showing plant food as our offer, and we have a lot of excess stock of the large. So I want to pre-select the variant for the customer. I only want them to be able to add the large size. That said, if you have variants associated with a product, you can let the customer choose. So say, you are showing a t-shirt that has colors and sizes, you'd probably want the customer to be able to choose, their size or color in that case. All right, so I've selected my product and the variant, and now I'm going to go into my offer settings to manage things like the price, shipping within the offer itself. We also have this cool feature where you can hide the offer if the product was in the initial order, so you can toggle this on if you'd like. All right, so I am going to offer a discount, and I typically recommend offering some type of discount on the post-purchase offer. Again, this is only going to show for customers that have already completed a purchase. So they're not going to see it as they're checking out. It's not necessarily something that's being promoted on the pre-purchase end. And we find that merchants tend to see higher conversions, even if they offer some type of slight discount here. So I like doing the dollar amount off. I'm going to offer $5 off. You can also limit the quantity. So maybe you don't want your customers to be able to purchase 10 items at this cost. So you can limit that. I'm just going to limit it to 3. You can also add on flat rate shipping if you'd like. I commonly see merchants just not add an extra shipping cost, but this can make sense maybe if you have a heavy item or an item that costs a lot to ship. That's a great option if you want to add on a little bit of a flat rate shipping. All right, so now I'm going to get into the actual offer design. And so as you can see here, we have a really easy to use drag and drop editor. So this is where you'll control things like your text, your headline, your timer, the general layout of the page. Something that is really awesome that we actually just launched today is our new offer translator. Basically you can toggle on different language translation. So this store has both English and Spanish language set up. So that's why you're seeing those 2 language options. So if you have a Spanish speaking store and want to use this language tool, you can toggle that on. We also have desktop and mobile view. If you can optimize for mobile here. I'm just going to keep in desktop view just to keep it simple though. All right, so I'm just going to make a few quick updates just to show you how to use that drag and drop editor. I like changing the timer length to 5 minutes. I'm just going to change the background color of the timer to green since we're a plant store. I am going to make a couple tweaks to the headline. Definitely recommend, having a really just eye-catching headline. At our best selling plant food. And one of the things that I typically recommend is shifting your buy now buttons to the top of the page. It just ensures that the customers really see those buttons right away. So I'm just going to shift those right there. You can also change the text if you would like. So I'm going to make that update. You can also add and delete sections here. This is also where you can change the product image. So we will pull over the images from your Shopify product listing. This one you can see has a couple of other additional images. I just want to show one image. You can also upload a custom image if you'd like. I see this a lot, especially if you have an offer, maybe, I'm seeing a lot around Mother's Day right now. Maybe you want to upload a really nice editorial image, around a special holiday or event. That can work really well. So I'm going to keep this one simple. So yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and save this. Something I do want to note is that, I get a lot of questions about how to control things like colors or fonts or your header or footer or even button formatting. That is all actually directly controlled via your Shopify theme settings. So if you want to make any updates to those elements, you can, make those updates directly within your Shopify theme, and we'll auto pull all of those over. Just something to note, I'm just going to pop into the preview. You can see there's a little disclaimer here. Due to some Shopify API restrictions, you won't see those theme elements populate via your preview, but you will see them in a test purchase. So we always recommend completing a test purchase just to make sure you like the way everything looks. All right, so this is looking good. I'm going to go ahead and make this funnel active. You can see the funnel is successfully activated. The last thing I'm going to do is actually change the priority of this funnel. So as you can see here, this is the current funnel that we're working within. I'm going to move it to the top. So it's our number 1 priority funnel, and save that. All right, so now I'm going to pop into our test store and do a test purchase so you can see what this all looks like from the customer perspective. All right, so as you can see here, the checkout, is really exactly the same as it would be, through your normal Shopify store. Some of you may know that Shopify recently released a big checkout upgrade. I believe it was about a month or 2 ago, and that has basically unblocked all Shopify Plus merchants and any merchants that have customizations enabled on their store to use post-purchase offers. So it really doesn't require you to change anything with your checkout design or checkout setup or payment processor. Shopify does support most all credit card processors.
And just a note on the processors, Katie will be entering a credit card here during the checkout, and Shopify currently supports Shopify payments, credit cards, including third-party credit card providers, Braintree, and PayPal Pro Payflow. Currently not supported are manual payments such as cash on delivery, wallets, including PayPal Express, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Amazon Pay. But good news, Shop Pay is coming soon. But currently split payment and alternative payment providers are not supported. They will be, they're on the roadmap, and we're looking forward to Shopify releasing those. We just don't have a timeline yet. So right now, if your shopper uses an unsupported payment method, they just won't see the offer.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Chelsea. Yeah, so yeah, it doesn't, like Chelsea said, you can definitely continue using those. They just simply won't see the offer. And it works actually really similarly for, I get a lot of questions about subscriptions. It's the same thing. If there's a subscription item within their checkout, they just simply won't see the offer. But the good news is that is also coming really soon. We've been working closely with the Shopify team on subscription support. All right, so I'm going to hit the Pay Now button. So a couple of things to just note here is that we are actually capturing this purchase event at this time. So you're not at risk of ever losing that initial checkout event. We're actually taking advantage of Shopify's edit order API. So that's what allows us to add on additional items to the initial Shopify order. Shopify adds this, they call it like a little escape hatch here, just so it's hopefully really clear to your customers that the order has been paid for, it has been placed. And then as you can see here, this is that offer page, and your customers can simply just say, yep, add this to my order. If they do decide to add the item to their order, they'll be taken right into the thank you page, and they'll see the additional item that was added. You'll see the discount. It's all under the same Shopify order ID. So it's really seamless both for the customer and for the merchant. The customer will receive a second email that just says your order has been updated. All of your emails are still triggered as normal through Shopify. So if you wanted to make, edits or tweaks to those emails, you would just do that as normal through Shopify. One of the other things I just wanted to mention that we actually also just launched earlier today is a new order tagging feature. So when you go into your Shopify orders, you'll actually see these little tags. So that will just show you if the order involved a post-purchase item. So you can easily sort, those orders via your Shopify admin as well. One other quick thing, I get a lot of questions about fulfillment and how we interact with fulfillment apps. Shopify recently released a new order hold feature. So that makes that whole fulfillment piece really seamless. Basically what happens is Shopify keeps your order in an on hold status until the customer hits the thank you page. So they're still capturing that inventory and holding on to that inventory, but the order won't move to the unfulfilled status until the customer hits the thank you page, or after 1 hour, if say the customer clicks out of this sequence and never hits the thank you page. All right, so that's it. Before we get into the Q&A, I did want to just give a little overview on pricing. So I'm just going to pop back here. So as I mentioned, we do offer a 14-day free trial. So it's super easy to test out CartHook completely risk-free. And then from there, you'll switch right into our growth plan pricing. And we've really tried to make our pricing friendly for both newer stores and also really high processing stores. So you'll see the monthly fee is just a flat $50 per month. And then we have a 1% transaction fee on new added post-purchase revenue only. So it's really tied just to that new added revenue. And then if you're a higher processing store, we do also offer enterprise pricing plans, which start typically when you're doing around 50K or more per month in post-purchase revenue. So if you are a high processor, always feel free to reach out. We really closely manage all of your processing. And so when you start approaching that 50K per month mark, we'll definitely reach out and work with you on a more custom enterprise pricing plan.
Yay. Thank you so much, Katie. Your insights are so great. I know you talk to so many larger stores and brands. So I appreciate all those tips. I hope they're helpful for everyone. We are getting some great questions coming in. So I'm just going to launch right in, and Chelsea will be joining us to answer product questions. So here we go. The first one is the 2 post-purchase limit. Is that a Shopify limitation?
So yes, that is currently a Shopify limitation, but also from our experience and CartHook in general, we've noticed a really big decline in acceptance and conversion rates when it comes to that 3rd or 4th offer in the funnel. So we also believe in a really good shopper experience here at CartHook, and limiting it to 2 offers is going to ensure you're going to have the highest conversion rates for your business, but also make sure that it's not obtrusive to the shopper during their checkout process.
Awesome. That makes sense. Thanks, Chelsea. Okay, another one. What are some of the top performing post-purchase strategies? And I know Katie touched on a few of these, but what are you both seeing in terms of what works well for stores?
Yeah, there are definitely a few strategies that I see often that tend to work well. One strategy, I call it kind of the more of the same strategy. And you see this a lot with, consumable products typically. So food or supplements, for example. So a common option is, say a customer purchases 1 bottle of your protein powder. In the post-purchase sequence, you show them a 2nd bottle for a discounted rate, since those products, people tend to use them often, and it's just an easy way to kind of bundle those or stack those products together. So that works really well. Another strategy that I touched on during the demo is that kind of accessory product strategy. So, in the beauty space, for example, if a customer is purchasing your best-selling cleanser, maybe you have a mask or a toner that goes really well with that cleanser. Those types of things work really well. Another thing that I've been seeing a lot is incorporating new product launches into the post-purchase sequence. We work with a big cereal brand. They're always launching new flavors, and they incorporate those new flavors a lot into their post-purchase sequence. And we find that can be a really great strategy to also boost lifetime value for your customers. You're kind of introducing them to a new product that hopefully they'll love. And so that's a really great strategy too.
Awesome. That's so helpful. Okay, and this next question kind of ties into what you were talking about. Which verticals really work well with CartHook post-purchase offers? You mentioned beauty, you mentioned wellness, consumables. What else? What else really fits for this post-purchase funnel?
Yeah, that's a good question, Lucy. I mean, we definitely work with merchants across all different categories, and then also all different, processing. So we work with new stores and also really well-established stores. This can work really well for really any type of store. And because it's so easy to set up, I mean, it's just, just such an easy thing to use to add new revenue to your store. That said, I mean, depending on the product offerings, that will definitely affect maybe the strategy that you use. Like, for example, we work with some electronic brands where their products are a higher price point. And so you definitely have to think a little bit about the strategy there, because most of their products, again, are more expensive. That said, I mean, we still see high conversion rates. I'm working with an electronics store now that's seeing, upwards of 10% conversion rates on a really high, high price point item. They also have some accessory items, like chargers, or I think they have like a little workout belt, things like that, are a little bit less expensive, but pair really well with the more expensive items. So things like that can work well. So yeah, if you have any questions or want personal recommendations for your store, definitely reach out and we can kind of take a look at your offerings and help you figure out a good strategy for your store.
Thanks, Katie. And because people can offer unlimited funnels, they can test things out, right? Try different types of funnels, kind of see what works. Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, this one is squarely in Chelsea's zone. We have a question about the product roadmap. What's coming up? What can people expect to see?
Oh, so much good stuff. It's very exciting. So some of the things that we're working on in the near future are creating a partner-friendly development store support. So basically our production app will be able to be used on development stores. We are also working on some more detailed offer level analytics and reporting, so you can really export all of that data that you need to based on your post-purchase offers and your initial orders as well. Speaking of testing, I know we were just talking about this. So A/B testing is a high priority item on our roadmap. This is really going to help you test different funnels. We're going to have some nice logic in there where you can either decide which one is the winner as you're testing two sets of offers, or let us do the work for you. That's kind of one of our long-term strategies here at CartHook post-purchase offers, is to really help us automatically optimize these offers for your shoppers. Take some of the work off of your plate. Some other things coming up, as mentioned, we're working really closely with Shopify on subscriptions. So that's going to be really exciting, very highly requested feature. We're also going to be working on a lot more advanced funnel criteria options, such as being able to set up more complex logic of when your offers display, being able to use entire product collections or tags to trigger your offers. So that's going to be a really, really helpful way to narrow down your offers to a very specific subset of shoppers. We're also going to be working on additional offer types in the future, such as thank you page offers, possibly pre-purchase offers. So a lot of different offer types going on in the future, so we can actually be a part of every step of your customer's journey. There's a lot more, but that's what you can expect in the immediate future.
That's a lot, Chelsea. Lots of good stuff coming up. Thank you so much. One more question. I think this is a great one, and we hear it a lot. Do I need a developer to get set up with CartHook? And Katie, what do you think? Does anyone need a developer?
You definitely don't. I mean, if you have a developer you love to work with, they can be awesome resources, but the offer pages themselves don't require any coding. So you can simply use that drag and drop editor that we walked through to control the general layout of your pages. And then if you want to make any tweaks to things like your fonts or colors or button formatting, things like that, you would just control those directly via your Shopify theme. So yeah, I mean, I definitely work with merchants that sign up for the free trial and are up and running and processing, tens of thousands of dollars in extra revenue within a matter of a week. So you can get up and running really quickly.
That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. That's the end of our question Q&A period. Thank you so much, Katie and Chelsea. That was so helpful and awesome. Thank you everyone for attending. I just want to remind everyone here that you can sign up for a free 14-day trial at carthook.com. Get started anytime. And I wanted to invite everybody back for another webinar next week. That's Wednesday, April 28th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We are going to do a teardown of some Shopify sites. A e-commerce expert, John McDonald, is going to look live at a couple of sites and talk about how they could be doing things better, how they can increase conversions. He's going to have so many great takeaways. I highly recommend you join us. You can register and submit your site to be reviewed by John live at carthook.com/webinar. So go register, send us your site. We would love to see you there. And that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. And we look forward to chatting with you in the future.